2019 timeline to get a spouse visa. From watching old movies, one gets the impression, well, it's so easy to fall in love, marry, then whisk your new spouse onto a Pan Am jet back to the USA. Sorry, but it doesn't work that way anymore. There are many steps needed to bring a foreign spouse to the USA, and they just start after the honeymoon. Now, before you decide on the spouse visa path, it is essential you understand just how long it will take, well, before you make any irrevocable decisions or actions. Many of my clients were shocked and surprised after they returned from their honeymoon to start the visa process to find out, well, not only is the spouse visa slower than a fiancé visa, but in fact, the time it takes is measured in years, not months, not weeks. Today, I will share with you, well, the actual facts. I am Fred Wall, the Visa Coach, and I help you get through a confusing and frustrating immigration process so that you can have a happy life together in the USA with your foreign partner. So now let's talk about how long does it take, well, to get a CR1 spouse visa in 2019? Well, in 2019, the answer currently is 14 to 18 months on average. 6 to 8 months at USCIS, 5 to 7 NVC, 2 to 3 months at the consulate. Now, I regularly get calls from people saying, oh, those numbers must be wrong, because they found a website or a person who promised a much shorter processing time. So, what's their secret? Well, the secret is that they are either telling you what you want to hear, they're blowing smoke, so they can get your money, or just referring to one part of the whole process, not all the steps from initial submission of your petition to visa embossed into your spouse's passport. Now, when I give time estimates, I always use what's really relevant to the couple, and that's starting from the day USCIS gets your check, receives the petition, ending on the day your foreign spouse gets the visa. Now, 2 different departments of the U.S. government are involved: USCIS, Homeland Security, and the Department of State. Now, from mid-2017 through now, Homeland Security is recently getting their job done relatively slowly, currently taking, well, 6 to 8 months. Now, this compares to processing times of, well, 2 to 3 months many years ago, or actually pre-Trump. Why is USCIS now taking 2 to 3 times as long? Well, I call this the Trump effect. President Trump, after taking office in January 2017, has mandated that USCIS vigorously enforce and administer immigration laws. Take no shortcuts. The goal is to restrict legal immigration while stopping illegal immigration. We have to get much tougher, much smarter, and less politically correct, Trump said. Now, what this means is that they are very closely examining and scrutinizing all cases. They're looking for reasons to deny. And in addition, cases that regularly had their interviews waived, now specifically there is an executive order saying that no interviews, regardless of their strength of the original evidences, may be waived. The result is that USCIS has more work to do, has more bases to touch in the processing of each case. And while President Trump has promised to hire more staff to handle the increased load, well, so far, no new staff has been hired. But the workload has increased. This is the Trump effect. More work, same staff. The result is that USCIS processing times for spouse visas have stretched to take at least, well, 6 to 8 months. And it is possible that this may get even worse, depending on how many new steps USCIS is asked to take, such as extreme vetting, social media data mining, that are new labor-intensive steps that have been proposed but not quite implemented yet. USCIS processing includes a background check by the FBI. Okay. And in addition to the general slowdown due to the Trump effect, what also affects how long it takes for USCIS to approve your case is a function of, well, how complete your petition is, how busy the processing center who's processing it is, and how current your FBI file is, and, well, a bit of luck. The most obvious source of added delay is caused by incomplete and sloppy petitions. Now, when USCIS finds a problem, well, processing grinds to a halt, and it is stopped until the problem is fixed. And sometimes the errors are so big that they don't even bother asking for corrections. They simply deny a case outright. Now, once USCIS finishes their part, the case is passed over to the U.S. Department of State. The Department of State has a processing center in New Hampshire called the National Visa Center, or NVC. Now, NVC has now completely revised the way spouse visas are processed there. Previously, one submitted a hard copy package of civil and financial documents for the NVC to review. Now, NVC has instituted a fully online system where all documents are submitted electronically over the internet. So far, this system has been fairly buggy, with frequent technical outages and problems. And I believe they are trying to reduce manpower using automation, okay? And they're using automatic scanning devices instead of humans to review the paperwork. Now, this has caused a lot of submissions of evidences that a human would instantly recognize as to what it is, well, to be rejected by the automatic system. And this has caused a lot of frustration and delays, as many documents need to be resubmitted numerous times before being accepted. Hopefully, well, the bugs will be ironed out soon. Hope so. Now, once NVC is satisfied that all required documents have been presented, it forwards your case on to the American consulate responsible to issue the visa. And at the same time, it notifies you and your spouse the date and time of your spouse's interview that has been scheduled at the consulate. And this is usually, 2 to 3 months later. Okay. Now, the approval or denial decision is made during the interview. Now, this is where the higher VisaCoach standard for crafting front-loaded presentations, usually wins the day. The consular officer always reviews the case file before the interview starts. Our plan is that he will find many good reasons why he should trust you and approve the visa. Even before he invites your spouse to sit in front of his desk, he should be mentally prepared after reading the file to say yes. This usually makes the interview a fast and friendly formality. And most VisaCoach clients hear welcome to the USA, in just about 3 or 4 minutes. Then, in about 2 weeks later, the passport with the new CR1 visa, the spouse visa, is returned. Now, just as in medicine commercials on TV, your results may vary. Some of my clients get their visas faster, some slower. But if in 2019 you plan for between 14 to 18 months average spouse visa processing time, you're not going to be far off. This was Fred Wall, the VisaCoach. Now, please like or add your comments to this video, and then go to visacoach.com and sign up for the VisaCoach monthly newsletter. Each month, it's full of tips and advice on marriage-based immigration, and it's free of charge. And when you sign up, you get 2 free ebooks I have written, 120 K1 visa interview practice questions, and 5 things you must know before starting on your visa. Now, finally, when you are ready to get started, call me for your complimentary case evaluation and speak with me directly.
If you are considering hiring VisaCoach to personally guide you through your immigration adventure, join him for a complimentary case evaluation. He listens to you to learn the red flags and strengths of your case, your eligibility and goals. He suggests which visa is right for you, the best strategy to get it, and how soon your partner can join you. To learn more about VisaCoach's services and how he can help you, book your free case evaluation today.